Alright, welcome to the Filthy Kitchen. I'm the Squatchman, of course. Making myself a sandwich, so I thought it'd be a nice time to say hello. Actually, that feels better. I'm a little chilly. I did not do my boxing yet. Hopefully I'll do some boxing, but I did lift weights. Boom, boom. So my shoulders are feeling a little bit beat up at the moment. But like I said, the plan is to do some boxing a little later. So hopefully that's something I can do. Oh, I meant to boil the water for the coffee, but I forgot. So excuse me while I go off camera for a second. Hi, it's me. So yeah, I was happy I at least lifted some weights. It looks like for the first time in a long time, I'm actually going to be heavier at the beginning of this month than any other month. My weight has been consistently going down. Not necessarily, actually not at all a good thing, because I'm mainly losing muscle and water, I think. Well, mainly muscle. But yeah, starting to lift weights, I think, has, I don't know if it's put a bit of muscle on me or what. I'm eating more, so probably more fat, more muscle. But at least so far this month, it appears that I'm going to be a pound or two heavier next month than I was at the beginning of this month. So let's see if that happens. I've also been sleeping better since I started lifting weights, so that's probably the main reason. More recovery, more rest, more recovery. I still only average probably 4.5, 5 hours a night. Average. Some nights I get 6, some nights I get 3, so yeah, I would say I'm averaging at least 4 hours. At least 4 hours. When you factor in the weekend, which is much better than the 3 hours I used to get. I'm probably actually, maybe I'm getting 5 hours, I don't know. Anyway, it's a big jump up from the 3 hours that I got for years. 3 hours of sleep, I think, permanently broke my brain. And yeah, caused all kinds of problems. Who knows what's going on inside? I'm probably full of all kinds of industrial diseases from lack of sleep, lack of rest, lack of recovery. Plus all this bread I started eating. I don't know why I started eating bread, like, after years of never eating bread. I probably never should have, but anyway. The bologna is not good either, and the processed cheese, but I think the bread is the real killer. A lot of you people out there in YouTube land are probably saying, look at all the butter you're using, that's the problem, but I really don't believe that. I think the butter and the steak, and even to a lesser degree, the real cheese, but certainly the butter and the steak are the best things about my diet. Real whole food. I think that's the key. Even the mustard, this honey mustard, I'm sure it's basically ice cream sauce. It's probably mostly sugar. It's highly processed, whatever it is. How much sugar is in this? Oh look, only 1 gram per 5 mils. So I mean, I use way more than 5 mils. So I'm getting at least 5 grams every time I apply it, and that of course is a tablespoon. So 5 grams. That's how they trick you, by the way. They'll say, oh, only 1 gram of sugar, and then they give this ridiculously low per serving size. It's like, oh, 1 gram of sugar, that's nothing. It's like, yeah, get real. You're being manipulated. The food industry, if you didn't know, all the big food companies are owned by the tobacco companies. The big tobacco companies own the processed food companies, and they use the exact same psychological warfare against you that the tobacco companies use. They make you addicted to their garbage, and you know, that's it. If you don't believe me, look it up. It might be hard to find because these corporations are so powerful. They hide their information, but it is the truth. That's why, you know, there's 2 reasons why cigarette companies continue to thrive year after year, even though apparently fewer people in the West smoke. Well, they do a lot of business overseas in Asia and India. India has 1.1 or 1.2 billion people. China has like 1.6 probably billion people. That's a lot of cigarettes. And then they also are making money because they own the junk food companies. They want you unhealthy. Then the pharmaceutical companies swoop in and say, oh, you poor people, eat crap and we'll give you a drug for it. Forget diet, exercise, rest, water, things like that. You need chemicals. We want you sick. And I'm not as addicted as most, but I'm addicted more than I should be. So it's not like I'm preaching, telling stories out of school. I suffer the same fate. Not as bad, of course. You know. But it's terrible. Nonetheless. Real food, whole food. What you want is whole food. 1 ingredient. Even a lot of whole food is garbage with the GMOs and whatnot. Genetically modified tomatoes, for instance. Sure, it's a whole food. Look, a tomato. 1 ingredient. Yeah, well, it's been genetically modified and it's actually Frankenmato. But that's it. This is the world we live in. And the lies. Oh, meat will kill you. Well, better to hunt. Wild meat is the way to go, but everybody can't hunt and everybody doesn't have access to wild meat. But, you know, the meat we get is full of full hormones and antibiotics, and had a terrible diet. But still, it's better than this Frankenfood. Now, problem with this sandwich is lately I've been making these sandwiches and the meat is like sliding. It's all sliding apart as I bite it. So I started cutting my sandwiches with this loaf of bread. This is a terrible, cheap loaf of bread, I guess. Highly processed junk bread. Why I bought it, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be eating bread at all. Every time I buy a loaf of bread, I regret it. Anyway, this is my sandwich. I'm going to eat this, and I will talk to you later. So till next time, who loves you, baby? This guy, don't forget it. And remember, you're somebody's favorite person in this world. Probably mine. So till next time, love you. I will be putting up a video later to go with the steak cooking. And thankfully, I heard from my daughter last night. It was a real joy. Hopefully I hear from her again. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. posted. Anyway, till next time, love you and goodbye. And there's probably some videos that have 0 views. Why don't you check them out? Bye now.